Yesterday at Alton Towers, we discovered a strange pedestal at the entrance of the park. We rode all 4 operating roller coasters, which were Spinball, Whizzer, the Smiler, Oblivion, and Wicker, and we discovered 4 mysterious candles which were located at the entrances of these rides. We also rode the flat ride Enterprise. At the end of the day, we headed back to the entrance, only to find that a pumpkin had somehow appeared on top of the mysterious pedestal which we located at the start of the day. But what is the story of this pumpkin, and what is its purpose? Hello and welcome to another episode of Virtual Towers Online, and this week's bonus upload, because this update's sort of new and stuff, and I wanted to get everything out about it as soon as possible. I decided to give you a bonus upload this week, so this should be on the Sunday, the day after part 3 went up. So this, part 4 of Virtual Towers, and the second part of me showcasing this new beta that they've released. If you watched last episode, you'll know that we collected some candles, and once we collected, there was 4 candles. Once we collected all 4, this pumpkin appeared. And at the start, when we entered the park, this pedestal was sort of blank. There was just the candles on it that were unlit, and no pumpkin. And then you'll also see in the bottom left some candles and the pumpkin as well. Make sure to subscribe, click the bell to enable notifications so you don't miss any future videos from Virtual Towers, because I'll be sure to do some more. And also, if you haven't watched last episode, go and check it out. Putting in a link in the card in the top right now. But let's interact with this pumpkin, shall we, and see what happens in 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's gone dark. What's happening here? Oh my word! What? It's like it's Halloween all of a sudden. What's going on here? Okay, it's night. Right, let's run to Wicker then, shall we? Oh, and I can't even see where I'm going properly. Please bear with me, guys. Oh my word! Wow, I wasn't expecting this. It's as if it's like Scarefest. I've never even been to Scarefest, but yeah. New music. It's pitch black. Oh, and it seems if we... Right, it seems if we press 1 we get a torch. Ah, we got a torch there. Okay. Oh, and I'm lagging. Performance will be lower at night because of all the lighting that needs to be processed, so the extra effects to do with that. But yeah, and wow, the Wicker Man looks good at night. Look at that, the lighting effects. I mean, I've ridden it semi-dark when I went to the event with the roller coaster for Great Britain, and there's the fire, but I've never seen it in pitch black. It was only like twilight when we rode it, and wow, that looks incredible. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on it, shall we? Well, here we are in the station, and wow. I mean, this looks the same, to be honest, because I mean, it's dark anyway in the day, but still it's amazing. And I think this time we're going to go for the back of the train, because we went for the front last time. Why not go for the back when the train arrives, that is. Right, come on. Oh, there we are. We got a train pulling in now. There we are. Better not press E twice like I did last time, because yeah, that was interesting. Right, there we go. Air gates open, and this is going to look incredible at night. I really can't wait for this. When we eventually dispatch. Quick operations though on the Wicker Man as always, I'm sure. It's worth noting you can't move the camera around yet. The camera is fixed. However, Virtual Towers have said that they are working on a way to allow you to basically be able to move the camera around pretty much. So yeah, hopefully they implement that soon. And we're just waiting here patiently for the dispatch. There we go. Quick operations. And wow, I can't. Whoa, it looks incredible already. I can't wait for this. Whoa. They've done a really good job of the lighting, I must say. Hopefully I do get to ride this one day at night. Because I'd really love that. It's literally just pitch black at the moment, but you'll see the fire effects and stuff in a minute when we get to the top. As we are. There we are. Here we go. Wow, can't wait for this. Whoa, that looks good. Whoa! Wow, that looks incredible. This ride just looks so much better at night. Don't get me wrong, it looks good in the day, but this ride was meant for night time. You can see the fire effects and stuff so much better, and the lighting they do for it's so good. Wow. Great great ride at the back of the train there on Wicker Man at night. As I mentioned last episode, not all the sound effects are there yet, like the dispatch sound isn't there, and the sound of these fire blasts at the end. Or smoke blast, should I say. But yeah, a great ride on Wicker Man. So I think we're going to head to Spinball Whizzer next, and then we're going to do obviously the 2 coasters in X sector. We're going to do Oblivion and the Smiler. I'll probably do the Smiler first because it's the first one you get to, and then Oblivion. And we are just now waiting on a brake run, but I won't be waiting here long. Not like in real life where you can be waiting a little bit, because this ride runs 3 trains obviously, so there's quite a few on the circuit. But here we go. Right, come on, let me get off. There we go. And there we go. Click the gate to open it. Should put my torch back on as well so we can see a bit better. Because it really does help at night. This torch. I mean, it's still kind of hard for me to see what's going on, but yeah. So you'll immediately be able to tell here over at Spinball Whizzer that we've got an alternative soundtrack at night. Like, I never even knew this was a thing. Obviously, I've never like been to Alton Towers for like an event like Scarefest or fireworks, so I never had a clue that it has an alternative soundtrack. But anyway, let's give it a ride. So here we are, time to get on the train. And the restraints come up. There we go. And I didn't press E twice this time like I did last time. Oh, I just realised I meant to get on back row. Oh well. I wanted to do it backwards. Like sit on the backwards side of the car, but it doesn't matter. We'll ride it forwards again. I do like this soundtrack though, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do hope, I mean, they must play it at the resort. I don't know when they play it. I'm guessing like at Scarefest or something, but yeah, I want to go to the park and hear this soundtrack because, I mean, it's brilliant. And here we go. My favourite bit of the ride now. I think the second half of the ride is definitely the highlight for me. It's definitely the most intense part, I'd say. Like, you get some weird sensations and sort of forces around the different turns and helixes. I just love it. Whoa. I mean, you can see there, you know, how snappy some of the transitions are. And it's just brilliant, this ride. It's so underrated. And there we go. And on that note, it's time to head to X Sector, so I will see you guys there. And here we are, in this awful station, but yeah. I don't know, the lighting looks kind of good at night, but I still don't like this station. As you'll know if you watched the last episode, or the episode before, just missed a train again. We always just miss a train on this ride. But it's okay, because there's a train right there, because, I mean, this ride runs 5 trains, so operations are pretty good. I mean, whether the ride's any good is a different story. I mean, I find that out when I ride it, but yeah, operations are good, as they are on Wicker and Spinball Whizzer, to be honest. But I mean, Spinball Whizzer's running only very short trains anyway, because that's just how it's designed, so not a lot you can say about that. But yeah, once again, for anyone with who haven't made have a condition affected by this, the first drop does feature a strobe light, so if you may be affected by that, then I recommend you skip around sort of maybe 30 seconds in the video, because the gates are opening. Yeah, skip now. And here we go. Oh! Hang on a sec, where's the strobe? Is there... What, have we just... Has this ride broken down? What's happened? Oh, it's just lag. It's just lag. Oh, it's a good job I said 30 seconds. I was thinking 30 seconds may be too long, but yeah, with that lag, I mean, it was probably about right. Yeah, it was just lag. It was my computer's fault, not the game's fault, so yeah. Anyways, up the first lift. I mean, this ride looked okay at night, I guess. I think the other two, like Spinball Whizzer and Wicker Man, look better, but this does have some cool laser effects, I must say. I recommend this as a good ride to do at night, because I mean, it's disorientating enough in the day, so I can't imagine what it's like at night. I mean, I say it's disorientating, I've never ridden it, but people say it is. I just can't imagine this at night, that would be crazy. But yeah. There we are, halfway point. With those weird screens that, yeah, I guess it's theming. I mean, if you know me, you'll know. Did it even say halfway corrected then? Because I didn't hear it, because it doesn't now on the ride, but yeah. It usually does on virtual towers, but I didn't hear it then, so yeah. Well, actually, those red lasers there are actually quite cool, not gonna lie. Yeah, if you know me, you'll know I'm not a big fan of the theme of this ride either, to be honest. I don't know, it's not for me. It's the best way I can put it. But, yeah. I mean, whether the coaster's any good, I can't really comment on that. It's not my most anticipated ride in the UK. You know, it's one of, not my most anticipated. Go and check out that video. Actually, I'll put a link in the card in the top right. It was in my top 5, but without giving out way too many spoilers, it wasn't at number 1. But yeah, here we are. Very limited lag that time as well, even though we're running in night, which is meant to have a bigger impact on performance. The only bit of lag obviously was on the first drop, which isn't where you'd think it'd lag when it's completely like dark. But yeah, but here we are. Let's get off this ride and yeah, head to Oblivion. And here we are in Oblivion Station. And where on earth's the audio actually? There's no audio. I know I've accidentally got on the second row, oh well. Well, guess we'll just have a second row ride. Or are we on the second row? I can't tell. Or is that just the train in front? I can't actually tell. We'll find out when it dispatches. I don't think... Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out because, I mean, the one in front will go first. No, we're on the second row because that's dispatched. Where's the audio? Like, why aren't the screens on either? This is very weird. Not sure what's going on, but yeah. I mean, you know, there's a bunch of things that I've noticed in this sort of update. You know, we had the glitch last episode where we glitched into the Smiler's queue area, and the rest of it's mainly audio issues. Last episode mainly, but yeah, I mean, obviously this is in early stages, this game, so it's something they're working on, but yeah. And another thing was no lift hill sounds on Oblivion last episode on this second train, because we got on the second train last episode as well. So yeah, that was another thing. That was one of the audio issues I noticed. Except for at the top there, it makes it sound like it's just done. Oh, I would have loved to be on the front row here, but yeah.
Don't.
Here we go.
Down.
Whoa, that mist looks nice at night. And there we go. So that's the all four coasters that are operational that we needed to do. I'm not going to bother with Enterprise because I don't think there's a lot like you'll see it there on there from at night. Sorry, I mean there wasn't a lot on Oblivion, to be honest. Oblivion was, I'd say, the weakest of the coasters in terms of, you know, unique views, experiences you get at night. I mean, my favourite was Wicker, then Spinball, Whizzer, then the Smiler, then Wicker going off, you know, sort of the nighttime experience. But yeah, there's one more thing I have to show you, so let's get to that. Okay guys, so we're here outside the towers, and while Hex is still shut, you'll know, those of you seen the last update, that it's shut. The towers themselves are open, and yeah, I'll just go and show you something up here. We're not going to go inside, but yeah, there is something creepy going on, let me say. So we are now at what you may or may not recognise as Hex's exit tunnel. In daytime in virtual towers this is normally blocked off. However, at night you can actually go in there and access the towers from there. Now it's safe to say that the towers are a bit spooky at night. I mean, you can hear some spooky effects there in the background. They're a bit spooky at night. So to give you an idea of sort of where we are. Basically the sort of alley that takes you from the front of the towers to the back of the towers, halfway down there or so. You got Hex's exit tunnel to the right. You'll have seen in the last update we went down there at daytime and it was blocked off, and at night it's not, and you can get to the towers. It's safe to say the towers are a bit spooky. There's some spooky things to see, some spooky sounds. It's a bit like Virtual Towers would describe it as a horror game. Yeah, it's a bit like like sort of a custom scare maze. So those of you who want to can go in there and explore it. There's probably a good, 15-20 minutes worth of stuff in there to see. And you can get access to various parts of the towers. But yeah, we're not going to go in there simply because, firstly, I've had enough trouble getting around this park at night. Like, I have to do so much editing with me being visually impaired and being so dark. It's just so dark to get around there, and the towers are very dark in particular. They're literally pitch black. You literally pretty much cannot see to get round them without having the torch on. You press 1 to turn the torch on and off, as I'm doing now. 1 on your keyboards. And secondly, I don't do horror, so I don't think it'd be the best idea. I went in there. I mean, I've seen videos of it in there, and and they were creepy enough as it is. It's very eerie in there. There's some very strange things to see if you want to. But yeah, I'm going to end it here. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell so you're notified about future uploads. Yeah, and it really does help out the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I do like the soundtrack.